The snow in Stars Hollow in the very last episode with Snow Wrapped, how do they clean up the mess? In order to understand how they get rid of the snow, you have to understand how they put the snow there in the first place. First thing that they put down is a white root berry. They'll tape that to the sidewalk, they will overlap it, and then they will put stakes down that will secure it to the grass area. And then they will tape on top of that, and then they will put a white polyfill roll down so that it kind of gives it some depth. In areas where they don't have any depth, it'll just be paper that has been blown in with water. The fine leaves are misted with water, and then they sprinkle a very fine white paper on top of the leaves, kind of like flocking a Christmas tree. And throughout the episode, they will continue to spray paper all over the place whenever an area gets disturbed or if it starts to not look so fresh. Do you remember the Bracebridge dinner episode where they had the carriage rides? Well, the day we filmed that scene, actually the day we were supposed to film that scene, there was a huge storm and it washed all the paper away. They actually had to start from scratch, and in order to film that day, we changed the way we were going to shoot that scene. Instead of shooting it in the town square, we shot it over at the pool house. Correction, not the pool house, but we were over in the jungle at the potting shed. And they only had to dress in the snow in a small area. The way we get rid of the snow is sort of like in reverse. The very first thing they're going to do is they're going to hose off anything that still has paper on it. They're going to pull away any of the big polyfill sections. They'll keep that root barrier down. Another thing I forgot to tell you is they cover all of the storm drains that are in the Stars Hollow area so that the paper doesn't end up in the LA River, which then drains to the ocean. They're basically washing the snow into that area. They're vacuuming it up with wet, dry vacs. And eventually they get to the point where they can remove the root barrier. And as they remove that, then they will then hose off everything again, hosing off, vacuuming, doing everything they need to get all that snow removed. But that doesn't mean the snow is gone. It really isn't. That snow will be in tiny little cracks all over the place. You'll find it inside pockets and embedded on the clothes. It is always everywhere, and it was my worst favorite time of Gilmore Girls was this. I remember that crew members would be wearing masks on set because it just, those little fine particles would get in your lungs. Everyone would get sick. It was like we hated the snow. One other thing you might not realize about the snow is that we would film one episode, the snow would be kind of light, and then the next episode, the snow would be kind of heavy. And then the next episode after that, the snow would be kind of light. They would do it in progressions. And then eventually there'd be no more snow. Because of the expense and cleanup, all of the scenes with snow would be shot consecutively each season.